How you doing? How you doing, guys? How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. It's a lovely Friday afternoon. Welcome, Charlie. Welcome, Daniel. I can see you guys were in the comments way before. Let me just read that. From Daniel, it says smash it like. Smash it like, guys. Like the vid. Like the vid, guys. Like the vid. We've got few things to talk about today and few things to discuss. Okay, let's just get the background back. So we're going to talk about Ake and Zinchenko. As you can see, majority of the news or people who are reliable online say that Ake is staying at Man City, which is great news because a lot of people were trying to find out who's going to replace Ake, and it was becoming a bit difficult because thinking about it, yes, Ake going, you were like, it's okay, it's Ake, but when you started looking around, there was not a lot of defenders available at a good price to replace Ake and bring the quality. So it's a good win. Let me welcome Gundo. How are you doing, Gundo? Gundo, are you with us?
Good morning, Patrick. Good morning.
Oh, yeah, you're still
good morning.
Tweeting.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Yeah, man. I'm good. I was just part of that nonsense, that Bernardo Silva nonsense that we keep seeing every bloody thing.
Oh my gosh,
Patrick. Let me be honest. You said this last time. You also said this last time, and I'm gonna say it again. It's reaching a point where it's either you go or stay, or it's either you tell your agent to stop talking to Barcelona, because what I think is going on here is the agent, because his agent is a businessman. He likes talking too much, you know what I mean? So it's either the agent has been talking to Laporta from Barcelona, right? And he has a big payday. So he's now leaking things to the media, telling the media, oh, they will accept this amount to put pressure on City. You get my point? Because agents do that. They can go to the newspapers and start putting certain amounts that are not real, but they want to put pressure on the team. So maybe the price can actually go that close. So for me, the best thing I've said, and you said it months ago, that it's about time Bernardo tells us where his loyalty is. You know that? He tells us that, look, I'm not going anywhere. Because every time they interview him, he leaves it open. You know what I mean? He just leaves it open.
Well, I mean, the thing about it is the fact, listen, his loyalty is with the club, right? He has a contract. He has a 3-year contract left on to run, okay? Number two, agents are going to do this because agents want to get an improved deal for their customer.
Yeah.
So, for example, Bernardo wants a better salary.
I want to get the money,
yeah. So just give him a new contract, give him a new salary, give him the 300K, 280K. Agent gets a cut, and everybody's happy. So all this stuff is all agent talk, right? Now, it is what it is. This is what that job is. But there's no way Barcelona gets in Bernardo Silva this year. It's not happening.
It's bloody nonsense. For less than 80. we sold them Ferran Torres for 60, and they think we can sell them Bernardo for 80. They should stop that nonsense. They should stop that nonsense.
Think about this, right? Rafinha was bought from Leeds United to Barcelona for what, 75? Was it 75 or 70?
75, something close, 75, 60.
And you want to get Bernardo Silva from Man City for less than 80.
Yeah,
this
is why I'm telling you, it's agent talk. Agents do this. They go to papers.
I don't think it's even agent talk. I think that the agent is too smart to lowball his customer. Are you following me? If the agent was serious about selling Bernardo Silva, we're talking about 100, and the agent makes more money on that commission because it's a percentage of what you sell him. So there's no way it's even the agent talking. This is just the stupid Barcelona journalist talking rubbish. It makes no sense. If Rafinha can be bought from Leeds United, Rafinha can be bought from Leeds United for 75, right? Rafinha, who can't even make our bench. You're thinking you're going to get Bernardo Silva for less than 80 million?
Nah.
Seriously.
I'm not going to believe. Anyway, I'm just going to leave it here. I'm not going to believe it until I see Jack report on it. Anyway, so guys, let's move on to Nathan Ake. I'm going to read the comments first. Big up, Patrick. We have to talk about the panic every day in our fan base. It's healthy for their heart. It's healthy for their hearts. I'm so relaxed. I know. We'll talk about that. Yes, Charlie. Yes. How you doing, man? Charlie says, anyone seen the Bernardo news? Yeah, that's what we were talking about, Charlie. Big up to you, Charlie. Good afternoon to you, Charlie.
And Patrick, this is the problem. This is why rival fans call some of us a small club and a small fan base mentality. You know why? because we panic about all the smallest news that comes out. You never see Real Madrid fans panicking about a leak from one player to another club. You never see it. You never see even Liverpool fans panicking about, oh, this person's no. You never see it. Even United, as bad as they are. But somehow, many in this fan base panic over the stupidest news that comes out. Why?
Yeah, it's normal. It's normal, to be honest. It's normal. It is very normal. It is. Trust me. It's not only us. I have United friends. I have Chelsea friends, Liverpool friends who panic over everything. They, as soon as they heard Nunes was limping, my Liverpool friends were panicking. It's all of us. It's just that we are in the city sphere. That's why we think it's on a city. It's not. It's Liverpool fans, Man United fans. We all cry as soon as people heard about the Nunes' legs. He's got issues. He's got bumps in his legs. Everybody was panicking. But anyway, let's move away from that. Let's go. Let me just read the comments and we go to Ake. Carl, Charlie says hi. And then Charlie says, Patrick, are you staying up for the friendlies next week? I'm definitely, man. I even took time off work. That's how much I love City. I took time off work so I can watch City in the morning. Guys, there's about 7 of you. Like the vid. Guys on Twitter, get involved. Like the vid. Now there's about 10 of you. So like the vid, guys. Like the video before we start off talking about Nevenake and Zinchenko. I can really see Bernardo leaving. Yeah, maybe in the future, but not this season. I doubt it. He's too big of a player for us not to be looking for somebody else. Larger fellas, best show for the Toronto morning. Great news, Akestain. We aren't certain our enemies. Yeah, big up to you, Veda. Big up to you, man. Big up to you. That's true, man. Why do we care about other fan bases? React how? I was just giving an example, Charlie, that it's the same thing that what he said. I was just saying every fan base, people will be worried about everything as soon as they see that the player is injured or somebody's leaving. Let's see. Master 20 says, what about Neymar? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Neymar. I'm going to keep that. Why would other clubs stress about the players? They aren't the best in England. Yeah, facts. Okay, so, Carl, before we start off, congratulations to you for keeping to the fact that you're saying Ake is going to stay. So congrats to you. So big up to you. Big up to you.
Listen, Patrick, it's not me. It's us, right? It's me, you, Adam, Mikey. Because what Patrick, myself, Adam, and Mikey do is that we don't just go with emotions. We sit down. We have meetings where we talk on WhatsApp, and face to face. We sit down. We look at the case, the business case. We say, okay, does this deal make any sense? What are all the factors around it? And based on our conclusion, we felt that Ake would never go. We felt he was never going to go because it just doesn't make any sense. You buy a player from Bournemouth for 40 million, right? You can't sell him for less than 40 million. Chelsea won't pay more than 40 million for him. He has 3 years left on his contract. He's playing in the City squad that he's a champion. He's already in the Holland squad because he has game time. The deal makes no sense. And
it doesn't. And you know what was more? Sorry, Carl, for cutting you. But you know what was more pathetic is, as always, guys. This is the reason why I'm waiting for Jack to report the Bernardo Silva price. If it ever happens, I'll rather wait for a price from the City side, because, guys, if you've noticed, the side from Ake, the side from Chelsea was reporting 41. Oh, they just want their money back. That's why I'm telling you guys, you have to be careful. Sometimes it's agents and the club that's trying to buy, they go and whisper in the reporter's ear because they want to put pressure on you to say, oh, this is the amount. You know what I mean? It's the start. This way you have to start off. Because if you look at reports that as soon as it's a City guy like Jack or the guy Simon, who reports City most of the times, when they say the price, Carl, you'll find out that price is the price that we find out the player is being bought for by City or being sold by City. Because think about it, right? Just think about it. Why would we go and sell Ake for 41 million, exactly the money we bought him for? Why couldn't we make profit? Are we silly? Like every businessman, exactly. Even yourself as an individual, you always want to make profit. It was from the Chelsea side. Yes, the sale was going to happen, but I bet you the valuation was 50. And then Chelsea were shaking. It was 50 above, and then City were like, take it or leave it. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
Chelsea,
and
I think I've said, you know what? I think City are not going to break. They thought City will break.
Yeah, but again, Patrick, this is what we talked about a month and a half ago. And we had this huge debate on the Twitter Man City group where I got abused literally from some people because I said Nathan Ake is not going to leave, that the deal makes no sense. I said that City are going to put a 50 million plus valuation on him, and Chelsea are not going to meet that because it makes no sense for Chelsea, because Nathan Ake will not be a starter at Chelsea. I said that if Nathan Ake leaves to go to Chelsea, he will be called the useful idiot. I talked about this, right? What does that mean? That means that he's going to go there and be a bench warmer and come in for some games. And next year, when they get their proper centre back, they're going to send him back to Crystal Palace. So it made no sense. And here we are again. We got Calvin Phillips right. We got Erling Haaland right. And we got Nathan Ake right. But nobody believes us brothers, man. It has to come from some crazy journalist from some crazy club. They have to believe that nonsense, not listening to what we have talked about time and time again.
Okay, I'm gonna move. I'm going to just see the thing. Dugout football. Yes. Yes. Dugout. I'm actually going to. I'm actually gonna do a giveaway. When I reach 1K, I'm gonna do a giveaway. I'm gonna get whoever we pick is gonna get a new City jersey. No name. I'm not gonna put a name. That's extra money. But look at how nice I am. I'm willing to give you a nice City jersey. I say thank you to most of you. So guys, keep subbing. I'm going to find a way to do the giveaway. We'll pick live. Carl, it's going to be picked live. It's going to be one of those draws. So I'll post. I'll find a way to get all the names. I've been looking at all the names of people who have subbed and people who have subbed before. So we'll get there. Yeah, Dak, it's just 40. It's just 40 subs away to 1K. Dab. Thank you to all the people who are subbing. Thank you to all the people who have been helping. Carl, everybody, Better Games, everybody. Adam, Mikey, Ricky, Safe, Certified. All the people who've been around, man, and all the people in the Twitter groups, Kim, everybody in the Twitter groups, everybody who's been helping and supporting. Big up to you, everybody on Twitter, everybody on YouTube. I couldn't get to one. I know we're getting close to 1K by 40, but I couldn't get this close without your support. So I appreciate that, Charlie. Appreciate you, man. Big Morgan, everybody in the comments. Daniel, let's not forget. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of names I have to highlight here. I do not believe the rumors that Bernardo Silva, how anyone would want to go to Barcelona now, just baffles me. The De Jong still owed 14 million by Barcelona. No way City sell Silva for less than 80 million. You see this, Carl. This is why I like Doug. He's a Liverpool fan, but he's very sensible. Do you see what he's just saying? There's no way. There's no way City are selling Bernardo Silva for less than 80 million, and there's no way Silva is going to Barcelona while he knows Frankie de Jong is owed 14 million.
Well, Patrick, if a rival fan and Liverpool are direct rivals and they're a classy team, they play for good football, they're a brilliant team, right? No doubt. If a rival fan is telling you that it makes no sense and you are still panicking, there's something wrong with you, man. I'm sorry. I mean, if you cannot understand that there is no way, unless they bring 120 million for Bernardo Silva, ain't going anywhere. If Guardiola was forced to speak about this 2 months ago and says he doesn't see it happening, it's going to be very difficult. Pep doesn't speak about transfers, man. He stays away. He ain't going anywhere. Unless they bring you crazy money. And they don't have the money to pay that kind of money for it. I mean, Ferran Torres was 65 million. You want to sell Bernardo Silva for 70 million? Are you serious? Come on, guys. Let's move on to something.
It's not happening. Anyway, so let's move away. We'll go to Zinchenko soon. But do you have anything to say on this Ake deal? I'm pretty sure you're happy. And people in the comments, tell me, how do you feel about Ake staying? Tell me in the comments, guys. Get involved. Tell me in the comments. I think this is a very big win for City, because to be honest with you, as we thought that maybe it would be easy to replace him or find somebody, I was starting to sweat a bit. I was like, who the hell can we replace him with? The names that were being mentioned, majority of the names, you require a lot of money. Do you get what I mean? You do require a lot of money. And are we going to spend 75 million on somebody who's going to be unhappy? You get my point?
Yeah, I'm happy with it that he's staying. I'm very happy because I was upset because of the whole noise around, we're going to sell him for 40 million, 41 million going to Chelsea. It made no sense to me. So the fact that he's staying, I'm happy. I'm happy because, number one, he's the perfect guy to come in if we have an injury for somebody else. But he can also play. I watched him against Atletico Madrid live, And I was surprised at the way he played as a defender that day. His covering runs, his aggression, his heading, his composure on the ball. So I'm happy he's staying. He's perfect. All we need now is just to get cover in left back and maybe another winger or so. I'm hoping it's somebody that we've been talking about. But I'm just happy that he's staying. It's great. I'm happy that you, Patrick, you, Adam, Mikey have been vindicated again, right? Ake, Phillips, Haaland, all correct in our decision making. So, yeah, I'm happy, man.
Yeah, it's great to see. It's great to see, to be honest with you. It's great to see. So, guys, in the comments, you tell us. We're moving on to Zinchenko. So, you tell us how you feel. Are you happy? That Ake is staying? Let me just read some of these comments before we move to Zinchenko. Guys, like the vid. There's about 10 of you watching now. Like the vid. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. We do a lot of content here, a lot of city content, and we also talk about football in general. Let me just read the comment. Charlie says, have you noticed that David Austin has been reporting a lot latest news, has been reporting a lot of the latest news, and not Fabrizio Romano? Jesus Christ, I have to change the writing. Bear with me for a minute. Let me change the writing. I can't see with this writing. Okay, that's better. Now that I can better. Yeah, Romano has been doing a lot of tap-ins, and he's getting them a lot from David. Look, no offense to Romano. He's a very good, reliable source, but he's been doing a lot of tap-ins. Was it not confirmed that Ake agreed personal terms? This might be the reason for the fans' vacation. It was confirmed. Like, look, in all fairness, it was confirmed. But the issue is, the hassle is, I think Carl is coming from the point where he said, yes, they have agreed terms and he might leave. But Carl said they have to, the value. He wasn't agreeing with the value of 45 million. He was saying he's got 4 years. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me explain that. So there are two parts to the transaction that happens with a player, right? Number one is the club that wants to buy the player agrees personal terms with the player. Fine, good. You can agree whatever terms you want to agree. That's good, right? But until the selling club says you've met our valuation, he ain't going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. The buying club has to meet the selling club's valuation, especially if they have 3 or 4 years left on the contract, because the power resides with the selling club and not the player. Now, when you get to last year of the contract, the power now resides with the player because they have 1 year left on the contract. So the power shifts to the player. So now that personal agreement has more weight than if they have 3 years left on the contract. So the fact that Ake had a personal agreement with Chelsea is actually irrelevant. I could have a personal agreement with Chelsea. It doesn't mean I'm going to join them. Because as long as City were not willing to sell him at the value that Chelsea wanted, he was not going anywhere. That's how it works.
Okay. So there's your answer there. There's your answer. Let me just read some of these comments before we move to my man Zinchenko. So to be honest, the preseason times are not too bad. 1 a.m. is the first game and 12 is the second game. I'm gonna watch them. Look, Charlie, I'm gonna watch them. Trust me, I'll be live. I might try to do a watch along, but it'll be a quiet one because people will be sleeping at that time in England, in Ireland. What about Neymar? Excuse me. We're going to talk about Neymar in a few minutes. Yes, guys, we're going to talk about Neymar in a few minutes. Very happy. Yeah, very happy. CM says he's very happy. Thanks for staying. Luca, how you doing, man? Big up to you. Big up to you, guys. Go and follow Luca's channel. He's an Arsenal fan. Good lad. So now it brings me to the other topic we're going to talk about. Obviously, we've added Neymar now, Carl, because people keep asking for Neymar. But you know what? Let's also talk about this boy of ours, Zinchenko, who at the beginning, Carl, you sort of won your fight at the beginning. Remember when Jack first reported it? Carl, are you with us?
Yeah. I mean,
you won your fight. I gave you your flowers, but now I think, as you told me, that as soon as Jack reports something, there's always something in it. Because Jack reported this in June, remember? And then he went quiet. Now he's brought back his June tweet. So I think from now on, do you know who I'm going to believe? Jack. That's who I'll believe from now. I mean, Jack.
Listen, there are two journalists, Patrick, that I believe, and I believe 100%. Number one is Jack Gone, and number two is David Ornstein. Right now, it's not just because they tweet. I actually watch these guys on YouTube. I watch them I listen to Jack on the 9320 podcast, which is a brilliant podcast. Listen, anybody's out there, if you haven't subscribed to the 9320 podcast, I recommend that you do so. Right? They are really, really, really good. I mean, really good guys. And Jack is always on there. So subscribe to them as well. They're really good. But those are the two guys I listen to. All this Fabrizio's, I don't give him much attention. He's a tapping merchant, in my opinion, right? But Gon and Ornstein, yep, 100%. Jack Gon was the guy who talked about Haaland coming after we did our show. Remember that?
Yeah, he did. He did it live. Remember, we were talking about Haaland, and Jack announced it live. I remember that. He announced it live. Done. So yeah, I believe you, man. I like the guy. I like the guy.
So yeah, with Zinchenko, for me, listen, the guy deserves to play in his best position. He deserves to play in his best position. He deserves to go and play for Mikel Arteta's Arsenal. We don't want him to keep playing left back, as a hybrid. Let him go play midfield. Let him go. We paid 1 million for him. We're going to get 35 million. That's almost 300% profit. Let him go. I have no problem with this deal, especially if we get Cucurella in. Now, Cucurella, I have an issue with that deal, but we'll talk about that. But Patrick, let Zini go. He's been a warrior for us. He's been massive for us.
This is what I'm telling people. This is what I'm telling people, right? Guys, let's think for a minute as business people. First of all, we bought him for 1.2, right? 1.2, 1.5, whichever, 1.2, I think so. And that was years ago. Right now, he's a free asset on the books, isn't he? He's a free asset on the books. And yet we're bringing in 35 million. I want you to do 35 million minus 1.2 million, and I want you to tell me if personally you didn't see that as a good deal. It's a good deal. Arsenal needs somebody who could play as a midfielder. Xhaka is not trustworthy. You need Zinchenko to cover for their left back. The left back is not trustworthy. So, guys, this is a good deal. So, I know a lot of people are not happy that Zinchenko is going, but sometimes you have to move on, and we can't be greedy. We can't say, oh, I want Zinchenko to stay, and I want Cucurella to come in. Like, I don't know. And for me, I'm starting to think that maybe the valuation put on Zinchenko is the valuation that's around Cucurella. That's what I'm just thinking. I'm putting 2 and 2 together.
Yeah,
I don't know what your thoughts are. I think that might be. I think that might be the valuation.
No, I think
because it was
very, very expensive, man. Very expensive for us.
Yeah,
I think it'd be very expensive for us. I think remember the whole Cucurella deal smells of a Harry Kane deal. Tony Bloom is English, right? These guys don't like selling to Man City. They don't like selling to Man City. They don't, right? So he's going to want to drag. And the reason why they don't like selling to Man City is a discussion for another day. But think about Daniel Levy, right? Tony Bloom is English. They don't like selling to Man City because of the owners, because of all that kind of stuff. I won't get into the details. But for City to make that deal, we're talking about at least 50 million for Cucurella. In my opinion, at least 50 million. Maybe 48, at least 50 million. Because he has
but but Brighton bought him for 15. Surely.
It's not about the money. It's about it's not about the money. It's about I can guarantee you that there are other clubs who are putting pressure on Brighton not to sell to Man City, just like they did with Daniel Levy. They don't want to sell to City. These English owners don't want to sell to City. They don't. Wasn't Brighton one of the clubs that wrote to UEFA to ban us the Champions League? Weren't they one of them? Yeah. So, I mean, Calvin Phillips came from Leeds, who's owned by Radrazani, or the guy from, I think it's Greece or wherever he's from. Yeah. It's going to be a difficult deal. It will be a difficult deal. It's going to go on and on for the whole summer. So, we'll see.
Okay, so Daniel says some people act like we are a supermarket who sells their products for discounts. Yeah, there was something I was arguing with somebody in Twitter, in the Twitter group. They were saying City has never sold a player or to the valuation. So that's why they're saying they believe we're going to get our pants dropped down by Barcelona because City don't ever sell anybody to the value they are. I was like, nah, it's because majority of the times, some of the players we sell actually have 1 year left. So that's the reason why we sell them for that amount. Like Sane was going for 100 million until he got injured for almost a year. Then he went for half the price. It is what it is. So you can't start saying a lot of people think City sell. The Barcelona agreement point was a point out of possibility of a move. understand that understanding that more steps are required, not a fan panic, fan speculation in my reason to share the point. Yeah, fair. uh I am watching how as fans talk about Zin's departure. Yeah, Zinchenko is going, man. If Jack says it, Fab says it, David Austin says it, I think Zinchenko is going. Look, thank you for the services. If he doesn't go, it's all good. You know what I mean? Remember when we rejected a 12 million bid for moves last season? Yeah, Charlie, now this looks like a masterclass because we rejected a 12 million bid for moves. Now we're getting 35 million. This is a TK masterclass, man. Chicken master. So, guys, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. If you don't have anything to say about Zinchenko,
No, I mean, for me, again, it has to go. What's he going to do? Stay and fight with Cucurella again? And fight with De Bruyne and Gundogan and Calvin Phillips? He has to go. We got it for £1 million or £1.2 million. We're selling him for 35. You don't say no to that kind of deal. You would be foolish to say no to that kind of deal. He has to go. I mean, seriously, right? It's better that he goes and gets game time with Arsenal and improves them to fight against Liverpool and Chelsea than to stay on the bench with us and not get game time. And then what? What happens? Nah.
yeah.
It's gotta go, man. Good luck to him.
So we're joined by Veda Game. So Veda, what are your thoughts on Zinchenko?
First, viewers, hit the like button and subscribe. Get this man to 1,000. Well deserved. No one gives you content like this. And do the same. Subscribe to Pitch Points. Both fantastic channels, everyone. Sorry, the Zinchenko news. It's not surprising. The Ake news as well. To hear that's not going through is fantastic as well, because I mean we've all talked about wanting to maintain a level of depth with this upcoming season. But Zinny and his versatility, man, it's no surprise that Arteta, wants that quality over at Arsenal. And no one knows better than Arteta the players within our squad and maybe some of their motivations and desires. So, first with Gabby going over there and, most likely guaranteed to be one of the first names on the team sheet. And then with Zinny's versatility and really getting an opportunity to play in the midfield, it's hard for that player, for him to pass that up. So, we can all understand it as City fans, how he's been a warrior for us. It's going to be tough to let him go, man, but it's going to happen. Like we've all said, the circle of football life. Players are going to come, players are going to go.
Yeah, I think it. Look, he's 25 years old. Let's get this, guys. The thing about fans is we're greedy, we're selfish. We want to keep all the players together, but don't forget the players themselves also want to achieve something. Zinchenko has won everything at City, hasn't he? Won everything at City, but he hasn't been playing that much. He's played pivotal roles or important roles in most of the games when we've won something. But sometimes players want to also have a legacy where they're like, okay, look, I played for a while and I was part of something. He was part of something at City, but he wants to be a full-timer at Arsenal. So can you blame him? At the age of 25, that is the perfect age for somebody who's won the Premier League 3 times or 4 times, and won the FA Cup, won the Carabao Cup 4 times. At 25, going to Arsenal, that's not a bad thing. Is it, Veta? That's not a. I don't see it as a bad thing.
And it's consistent, right? So here's the thing, and it's one of the spoils of being so successful, because we've now produced winners, multiple winners, right? Consecutive
wanted
winners.
by other teams, yeah.
So they're definitely wanted by other teams, and it's not just what they do on the pitch. It's kind of like what the atmosphere and the maturity and the understanding within the locker room, right? So you're bringing in winners that are going to have that winning mentality and culture. So we can see why clubs are looking to poach us that way. And again, Zinny, 24, 25, Jesus, same age, Sterling, 27. These are all young players that, these teams aren't really taking risks with regards to them being out of age, right? So I understand it. I understand it. It's just going to lead to us having to remain ambitious and smart with how we remain strong as a club and the players that we bring in.
Okay, guys, so you've heard from Veta. Veta says he thinks it's a good thing so that he moves on at this point in time. And let's talk about, I'm just going to close this and then move on to the next topic, which is Neymar. Because all of you keep asking about Neymar. All I see on Twitter is Neymar. So we're going to talk about Neymar in a few minutes. But just think about it, guys. I'm gonna say this to you again. We bought Zinchenko for 1.2 million. We are now selling him for 35 million. And my good friend Charlie said last season we rejected 12 million bid, but now we've got 30 million to come in. It's a no-brainer. Okay, so as we are closing the show, guys, I cannot go and close the show, Veta and Gundo, without talking about this man who some City fans seem to be twerking for so much, and I don't know why people till now don't want to give up on Neymar. I don't. I'm sorry. I'm gonna speak on this, and you're not gonna like me. I'm sorry, guys. Neymar at Barcelona, yes. Neymar at Barcelona, yes. I would have gone to PSG to Barcelona, kneel down on the floor and begged this man to come to City. But now Neymar at PSG at the age of 30, I'm sorry to disappoint you. No, for me it's a no. You guys have to remember this. Man City, if you look at the team, right, it's not been built based on divas or superstars. If somehow he shows up at City, maybe there's something I don't know about. I'm sorry, I'm going to support him as a player, but for me, deep down, I want to have that. Yay, it's Neymar. No, as I said years ago, the Neymar from Barcelona, I would be buying his shirt. I would be smiling, saying Neymar is coming to City. But this Neymar we have over here, this particular Neymar with the two piercings on his ear, who changes his hair every time and always drops on the floor every single second, the answer is no. So I don't know how you feel about it, Gundo, because everybody seems to be hyping him.
So listen, it's the hope that kills you, right? I mean, the Neymar of Barcelona, I would have him every single day. He was incredible. This guy now is 30 years old, coming to English league. The distractions would be too much, Patrick. It would be too much distraction. I mean, literally. Now, don't get me wrong. This guy can finish. He can finish. You put him in that final third in that box, he's cleaning up. He's eating his dinner. But the Wahala is too much. Just the Wahala, the wages, the circus around him. It's just too much. But if he shows up, Patrick, if he shows up, I'll support him.
Look. Yeah, if he shows up, maybe there's something you and me don't know. I haven't heard from Veta yet, but I'm gonna go to Veta. But if he shows up, maybe there's something you and me don't know. But guys, let me just leave you with this before I go to Veta. First of all, you have to remember he's gonna be injured when his sister's birthday. When his sister's birthday is close, he's going to be injured. You have to be prepared for a lot of drama, as the drama he does at PSG. When we are not winning, he starts arguing with people. So it's up to you guys. If you guys want him, you tell me in the comments. There's about 15 to 13 of you or 12 of you watching. You tell me, would you take Neymar? Toshin, I'm gonna answer you in a few minutes. Veta, are you excited with Neymar? Would you take Neymar? And do you think you would ignore all the drama? And he's on 600K a week.
With how he's packaged now, I wouldn't take Neymar. To what you both said. To what you both said, he's too expensive. He really comes in and disrupts what's been set up from a foundation at Manchester City. I am slightly different in terms of, I think that the talent of the player, the skills of this player are still there. I think Barcelona Neymar, I think even PSG Neymar, we can't forget first 2 years there, the man was still quality. And he's probably shifted gears a little bit. But if there's one manager that any player on this planet is going to be accountable for, is going to know that they need to fly right.
That's true.
It is Pep.
That's true. That's a fact. That's true.
So could we yield such a powerful player and have it controlled? Yeah, that's the excitement part. I think that's why City fans are going so wild with the speculation, especially, and I said this on the show yesterday. We've all heard of this. City is going to do something crazy big this summer. We've all heard this type of rumor, this speculation. So
yeah, we
is
keep
it
waiting.
because of this
we
guy?
keep waiting.
Right?
We
Is
keep
it because
waiting.
of this guy? I don't know. But
I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. But Neymar as a talent, I think he's still that player. Whether he would do the same things he's been doing at PSG at City, I don't think it would get there because of the manager, and also again, I know there's big names at PSG, but looking across the locker room and seeing faces like De Bruyne, Mahrez, it's no nonsense.
Yeah. So I like what Vader is saying, and the more I listen to what Vader is saying, the more I'm changing my mind. Because the X factor, see, the reason why City are saying all these players can leave if they're not happy is one reason only, Patrick. One reason only, right? The secret sauce is the manager and the institution itself. Now, that is enough, right? That is enough to change the behavior of a player, guaranteed. Oh, no doubt, right? The reason why Erling Haaland came to City, one of the reasons why he came to City, is not only because he loves City, the club, and that's where he was, it's because of Guardiola in the club itself. Now, if the skill is still there in Neymar, is Guardiola able to refresh and regenerate this player to fit into his system with De Bruyne around him, with Foden around and with Haaland? If that can happen, I'm all in. 100% I'm all in. But that's the question. Imagine a Neymar under control under Pep in a front three of Haaland, Neymar, and Phil Foden. I mean, just imagine that going against any team.
Yeah, and to add to what Carl's saying too is, like, Neymar has come out and said he wants to play under Pep. Like that's one of the ambitions he's had as a player. And let's not also forget a couple years ago, and again, yes, they were rumors, nothing really panned out. But the fact that we had looked at Messi one summer, we had looked at Harry Kane one summer, there's maneuverability there. There's ways that the club could make things work for a player like this to come in, ego and all, and drama and media circus and all that kind of stuff. Like I think there's contingency plans on what they would have in place to make it work. So the fans going a little wild and optimistic about it.
He was actually would come to City. We had conversations and numbers to.
Yeah, I think we had to. I just removed him because I'll text him privately that his network is bad.
Yeah,
so,
I want to hear what he was going to say.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring him back. It's just that I'll write him a message that his thing is bad. Your signal is bad. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let me just read this comment as he's fixing his signal. To be honest, we couldn't hear him. He was freezing. I think he's driving. Yeah. Let's see if he gets back. Yeah. Did you see the news something about Haaland's injury? Yeah, somebody just said apparently it's a lie. So anyway, we'll see. We'll see later on. We'll see later on how it is. Guys, there's 18 of you. Like the vid. And if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. We're just 40 away from 1K. Like the vid though. I'd rather you like the vid. Forget about the subscribing, but like the vid. Don't just sit here watching for free. Like the vid. In Africa, we don't like that. We don't like people who just come to a party without bringing any food to donate. Anyway, so Charlie says, Neymar, no, he did nothing when we played in the UCL 4 times in a row. Yeah, so, yeah. Let me show you. So Tosin wants to hear who. Tosin wants to know who the Jack fella is. So Tosin, I'm gonna show you who Jack is and who is reliable with City news. So bear with me for a minute. This is Tosin. Tosin, this is who Jack is. That's Jack. That's the guy who every time he tweets about City, I believe him. So that's Jack. Welcome back, Gundo.
Thank you. Sorry, I was driving to drop off the kid.
It went crazy. It went crazy.
Yeah.
You became like RoboCop, so we had to put you out for a minute. So wait, I just want to explain to Toshin. So this is Jack. When Jack reports on a City transfer, it's near and close or it's done. So this is who me, Veta, Gundo, and Mike and Adam go to. This is the guy we go to. And this is the only guy Gundo believes in. He believes in this guy and David Austin. That's the two. Fab, yes, we believe in him when he does a nice tap in and scores. So Charlie says, I can't remember one big moment from Neymar in the past 3 years. Me too, I can't. David, yeah, he's telling him about Jack. Thank you very much, there, Charlie. No Neymar. Vera tried to convince me in his stream, keep him away from my football. Daniel Vera says you tried to convince him. Thanks, man. You're welcome, man. You're welcome. He's still not the player Veta. Neymar has done nothing since he was at PSG. Veta, I'm going to let you answer that because there's a lot of allegations towards you, Veta, here. Neymar's own destination is City. We don't want him. Okay, cool. I heard that Pep wants him and he will have to take a massive pay cut. Okay, let's talk about that. You know what? Let's talk about that. Let's remove the Neymar hate for a minute. Veta, will you take him if Neymar came and announced that I want to go to City, but I want to take a massive pay cut?
I would, and the reason why is if a player is showing interest and is also willing to make, I'm going to use the word sacrifice, but it's not properly accurate. But if he's willing to sacrifice his wages to come to a club and to be with a set of players and manager, that willingness, I'm for. He's showing a commitment where he wants to be, where he's looking, like where he's going. That's important. So and again, the comparisons of Neymar to Barca or the last 3 years, if you really take a step back, Neymar's in a way deferred. Like he's deferred with regards to Mbappe, feeding Mbappe opportunities in terms of being more of a creative player. And now with the addition of Messi, you can see where it's like it's a team game. He's not trying to be the center guy anymore. So I don't fault him so much, and I don't hold him to the same standards that he had at Barca, because those were incredible levels.
Yeah, but I don't know. For me, I don't know. For me, I'm sorry. I am not. I apologize to the guys, but I'm still not on the Neymar train. I just don't think he's the guy. This is just me.
I mean, if he takes a wage cut and he wants to win and he wants to play, I'm giving him the chance, man. I really am.
And Patrick, when you say he's not the guy, what do you think he would be asked or required to do at City?
I don't know. I just feel like there's still drama in this guy. There's still drama, whether he's a baller, because everybody keeps telling me ignore the whole fact that Neymar has drama. It's because he's a baller and it's Neymar. I'm sorry. At the age of 30, I know he just turned 30, and it's not FIFA, I know, but still at the age of 30, we should start bending over for Neymar. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're not bending over, Patrick.
Miss me with that bullshit. Miss me with that bullshit. Yeah.
Where would he play if he came in?
You know, I think he would play central.
So where would Haaland play?
No. I think he'd play in the midfield.
Behind the striker.
Yeah, but he can't press now. I mean, we press.
No, he can't press, but
he can create. I have seen him create before. He can create.
Unless you play him as a number 10,
he can hold up the ball.
I think he's talking about number 10. I think
unless you play him as a number 10 in the 4-2-3-1 to alternate with Kevin.
Yeah. Or
so where would Bernardo Silva go?
That's a problem, right? That becomes the problem.
That is true. That is true.
Interesting.
Or I mean, we do have we do have a vacancy.
So Charlie, I'm not again. This is nobody.
Yeah, we're
signing him.
We're talking out loud here,
right? We're debating hypotheticals. This is kind of what we do. We talk about reasons why and why not. We're not just saying we're going to buy him or whatever it is. And I don't play FIFA, by the way. I leave that to you to do. So, but Again, thinking about the hypothetical, where would he play? I mean, unless you change the system to a 4-2-3-1, I don't see how he gets in, because you can't play him central because you got Haaland. You can play him on the right, but does he really play on the right? If you want to play him left, that means Foden has to drop or Grealish has to drop. It's a hard one.
Neymar could easily play on the right. So then we've got him and Mahrez and Palmer.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, we'll see anyway. So because that forum or that guy who was reporting Haaland keeps saying there's a big signing coming. For me, the big signing I'm looking for, I hope it's Leo or I hope it's Felix. That's just me.
Leo is overrated, Patrick. Leo's overrated. Trust me. He's overrated.
So Charlie says, wow, you'd take Neymar on a pay cut. His only destination is City. He can't go anywhere else. Yeah, his only destination is City. Let's be honest though. The other reason why Neymar is linked with City is where else would he go? Especially right now. His only place is City. It's City. But let's see, Patrick.
It's probably not going to happen, Patrick, because of the whole Qatar, UAE, PSG City thing. I don't see how that happens anyway. But
says Patrick, what was the first?
If it could happen, I wouldn't mind it. Just thinking about it, I wouldn't.
Yes, Patrick, what was the first thing Pep did at Barca? He kicked out Ronaldinho. Neymar is similar player. Pep doesn't like players who don't work hard. That's true. Facts, Patrick. We are. What are Carl Veda saying?
No, what we're saying.
Charlie's on your neck.
No, but this is kind of where we have to draw the distinction. What we're saying is we're going into the realms of hypotheticals. What if? What would it be? What would have to change? We don't just say yes or no. We don't want him. No, if he was to come, it's a new level of thinking. What would have to change in our system if he was to come? That's how you debate and talk and draw a conclusion. We don't just say, "Oh no, I don't like him because local fans don't want it because he rolls around on the floor." That has no value to anyone, right? It's the discussion around the possibility we're talking about.
Yeah,
that's how we're able to talk about Haaland and Calvin Phillips and Ake, because we debate these things back and forth, and we come out with, "Nah, it doesn't make sense," or "Yeah, it makes sense."
Exactly, and this is like barbershop talk. This is us at the bar doing just thinking out loud. Now, the same reason this is and the last thing I'll say. So I know, Patrick, you want to move on. The same way we were racking our brains thinking of the possibility of Messi working in the system, right? Messi's a man that plays on the right-hand side. We would want him for his creativity. We really wouldn't be requiring him to be a pressing hound defensively, right? So that same type of thinking is Neymar on the right, creatively, holding the ball, and again, having to play a role, but not necessarily being a pressing hound. We're just speculating. We're just throwing things out there, seeing if it sticks.
That's
cool. So another thing is Gnabry is signing with the Bayern. He's signing a contract with Bayern. So guys, that Gnabry hype train is dead. I trust Pep. If Pep wants him, I mean, yeah, everybody does. Look, we all trust. If Pep wants Neymar, I'm not gonna say no. Who am I? He will play on the bench. Charlie doesn't like him. Big Morgan, how you doing, Big Morgan? Guys, there's about 20 and 17 of you.
Patrick, part of the reason about why a lot of some fans don't like him is because of the whole media narrative that's been built up about this guy. When you watch this guy in person, he's a baller. The question is, can he work on his discipline? But he's a baller.
Yeah.
Trust me. If this guy one-on-one with the keeper against Leon, that ball goes in. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know it does. It does. Yeah,
1v1 with the keeper, that ball goes in the net.
Yeah, it does.
Let's be clear. So if you're going to cry about someone and not accept that the person is more efficient, then we have an issue.
Yeah. So anyway, I know I'm on Charlie's corner, to be honest with you. I don't want him. But Big Morgan says we're a football team, not a circus. No Neymar. Big up to you for that. Jaime says, what position does he play when his sister's birthday? Obviously, he's gonna be at his sister's birthday when he's there. Yeah. So guys, like the vid. There's about 19 of you like the vid. 20 of you now like the vid. Like the vid. I'm gonna keep saying that. Like the video. Share the video. Guys, is there anything else you want to say before we go about Nathan Ake and Zinchenko? Veta, anything you want to say about Nathan Ake and Zinchenko before we go?
About the two transfers, No, I mean the way it plays out, the life of a City fan, the life of us being on YouTube. We've got to talk about it all. So it hasn't been a boring summer, and let's also recognize these transfer windows don't end until September 1st. So it's going to be a lot more fun.
Yeah, and another thing to my fellow City fans, you have to just keep calm, because majority of the stuff that's going to be reported, some of it might be true, some of it might be half true, some of it might just be speculation, some of it is done purposely to just cause disruption in the team. So be careful. Don't take everything as you see it. Make sure you do your research. If you see anything about Bernardo Silva, go and research. Go see who the source is. If they're from Barcelona, just throw it away. Throw it out of the bin. If you see anything about Haaland, make sure you go see the source. That is Haaland really injured? Is he on precaution injury? Make sure you look at it, guys, because most of these stories people have to sell. These journalists have to make money, so this is how they make money. They have to sell stories. So be careful if what you see online, because you may never know if it's true, guys. So let me just read the last comment. All he's good at is 1v1s, Carl. We have Foden, Mahrez, Alvarez, and Haaland for that. Carl, Charlie's not letting you go.
Yeah, I don't doubt that, but I'm saying that while the guy may lack the discipline, you can't deny his quality. You just can't deny his quality.
Well, yeah. So, guys, thank you very much for coming on and watching, and thank you very much, Veta and Gundo, as always. And the guys watching, thank you very much. As I say, like the vid. Some of you are stealing a free content here. So like the vid. I know who you are. I'm looking at you. You on the corner over there. Like the vid. Anyway, so guys, goodbye, Veta. Go and subscribe to Veta Games. He drops his corner there. Go and subscribe to Pitch Points and subscribe to True City Fan. We are 60 away from 1K. Get us to 1K, and when we get to 1K, I'm going to do a giveaway, guys. I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm going to buy you a brand new Man City kit for this season. I'm going to pick whoever randomly. I'll pick it live, by the way, so that it's not looked like I just picked my brother or my cousin, even though my brother is a Man United fan. Okay, so I'm going to pick it live. So you get one of these. It'll be ordered straight from the City website, delivered to your house. I don't play games when I'm giving away stuff. So if you get to 1K, we do the giveaway. Gundo, what were you about to say?
Yeah, and Patrick is right. Patrick has done this before, so he has a track record of giving away stuff to fans who randomly. So
yeah, our first giveaway was a voucher, isn't it? It was a voucher. So that was a voucher. Correct. That was our first giveaway. Yeah, so we'll do that. Anyway, so big up to you guys. Big up to Veda. Big up to Gunorian. I'll see you guys in Spaces, or I'll see you on Twitter. Let's continue the arguments on Twitter. So big up to you guys. Peace. Enjoy your Friday afternoon. Go out for a walk. It's hot in Dublin. You guys go out for a walk. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see each other till next time.